The Pacific has become a hotspot for digital infrastructure investments in recent years. With the advent of submarine cables and now Elon Musk's Starlink, the region is experiencing a digital revolution. But as with any gold rush, it begs the question, what's really in it for the big countries, and what do the small Pacific islands stand to gain or lose? Countries like Australia, the United States, Japan, and China are pouring massive amounts of resources into the Pacific, building undersea cables that crisscross the ocean to provide connectivity to some of the world's most remote islands. These cables promise to bridge the digital divide, bringing high-speed internet to places that have long struggled with poor and expensive connectivity. For example, take a look at the $15 million Palau submarine cable, or the East Micronesia cable linking the Federated States of Micronesia, Nauru, and Kiribati, projects funded by the Australians, the United States, and Japan. Recently, the $80 million South Pacific Connect initiative aims to link Fiji and French Polynesia to Australia and North America. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, China is making its moves in Papua New Guinea with smart city technology and digital government initiatives. These investments are not just about providing internet access, they represent a strategic contest for influence and control. The digital domain is becoming as geopolitically contested as traditional domains, with the placement of connecting nodes, landing stations, and the governance of the digital sector holding strategic vulnerabilities and opportunities for influence. Amid this digital infrastructure scramble, Elon Musk's Starlink has entered the scene, promising faster speeds and lower prices than traditional internet services in Micronesia. Starlink's low Earth orbit satellite network could offer a game-changing alternative, especially in areas where laying cables is just not feasible or cost-effective. The government of the Federated States of Micronesia has even announced plans to provide Starlink to all its outer islands and pay for 1 year of subscription. This is done without any involvement of the national government's state-owned enterprise, Telecom, which has had commercial connections with Huawei. But let's play devil's advocate here. While Starlink might bring more affordable and consistent pricing across Pacific Islands, what does this mean for existing infrastructure investments made by countries like Australia, the US, Japan, and China? Will Starlink be seen as a trusted partner, or could it disrupt the carefully laid plans of these geopolitical players while providing higher speed? For Australia, the United States, and Japan, investing in Pacific digital infrastructure is about more than just improving internet access. It's about ensuring that the digital networks of the region remain in the hands of trusted partners. With China's growing involvement in the digital sphere, these countries are keen to counteract Beijing's influence. The Pacific Islands surrounding Australia are simply barriers, like the second chain idea for China. These islands are simply areas of influence and buffers for the bigger countries like Australia and China, where they can project their soft power. Australia, for example, underwrote Telstra's purchase of Digicel in Papua New Guinea to prevent China's telecom entry into the market. There are concerns that China's digital infrastructure investments come with a layer of soft infrastructure, such as software platforms and information governance, that could extend Beijing's influence over the region's digital environment. The last thing liberal democracies want is for China's Great Firewall and the digital censorship it has to take root in the Pacific. On the other hand, China's digital ambitions in the region are clear. Papua New Guinea is a battleground where both Australia and China vie for influence, with China offering advanced technology and digital governance systems. However, the concern here is whether such involvement could lead to an increase in censorship and control over information, much like the model seen in China itself. For the Pacific Islands, these digital infrastructure investments present both opportunities and risks. Improved connectivity can drive economic growth, enhance education and healthcare, and bridge the digital divide. However, as these countries become more digitally connected, they also become more vulnerable to external influence and control. The rush to connect the Pacific Islands digitally raises important questions about sovereignty and governance. Who controls the infrastructure? Who sets the rules for digital governance, cybersecurity, and data protection? These are crucial issues that Pacific Island nations will need to navigate carefully as they partner with external powers. Starlink, while offering a potentially more affordable option, also brings its own set of challenges. Its global reach and private ownership raise questions about how well it integrates with existing infrastructure and whether it can be trusted to respect the digital sovereignty of Pacific nations. As Pacific Island nations become the front line in a broader struggle over digital influence, governance, and technological control, the choices that they make now will shape their digital landscapes for years to come. They must weigh the benefits of improved connectivity against the potential risks to their sovereignty and the influence of external powers. The digital transformation in the Pacific is not just about cables and satellites, it's about the ideas and principles that will dictate the digital and information sector. Will the region become a battleground for digital control, or will Pacific nations find a way to harness these investments for their own benefit, maintaining control over their digital destinies? As the digital gold rush continues, the Pacific Islands must carefully navigate this complex terrain, ensuring that their digital future is one that serves their people and preserves their sovereignty. The battle for digital influence in the Pacific is only just beginning, and how it unfolds will have far-reaching implications for the region and beyond.